Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922 here to bring you, um, oh yeah, Magical Warfare. Before I get into Magical Warfare, the Little Busters OVA came out. It's called, Little Busters X, um, Exceed, or something X. Um, that's actually, that OVA is like 8 episodes, but they're not coming out all at once. Possibly when it's over, because it's ending in July. So I'm thinking, yeah, do an adversaries review on it. But when it's over, thought I mentioned that. But anywho, Magical Warfare. This was episode 4. I really see Killer the Shotgun does not like this show. All right, fine. I mean, hey, you got something in common with the creator. He didn't want this animated. This one, 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. This was a pretty good episode, to say the least. We get some feedback on what's going on in this ruined world. Because what ends on happening is, Mew, I'm going to call her Mew for now. She leaves the academy because what happens is, and this was actually pretty interesting. There's this blonde chick that is like a spy, supposedly, because she was sent by this guy. I believe the guy's name, if I'm not mistaken, was Kepi Washizu. So Washizu basically sent her as a spy within the academy to have her, go through the plan and everything. And it was actually a trap for Mew. And basically, she tells fortunes when she's in the school. And she tells Mew's fortune and about her brother. To find her brother. So, looking this information, she then sets out by herself to go outside the academy into the ruined world to find her brother. And pretty much the episode just goes on with that. And what ends on happening is Kurumi finds a note, and they find out that she left the academy. What I find interesting about this show is the whole message of siblings. So, if you're not a fan of this word, Nissan, as been said in Naruto, from Sasuke to Itachi, like 5 million times, certain instances, then this is going to irk you. Because that's what it seems to be happening in this show. It's like, it's the relationship between Mew and her brother. You got the relationship between Takeshi and his snotty piece of crap brother, who, referencing acts like Obito. And then you also have another thing, which isn't a big thing, wasn't a flashback in this episode. That's the thing that happened with Takeshi and Ida's little sister. It was like his first encounter with Takeshi. And basically what happened is Takeshi saved Ida's little sister from these group of thugs. Now, and basically what ends on happening is they go sit out, and there's this little friction between Kurumi and Miyu, but that gets put to the side, even in this episode. And they basically set out to the ruined world. It is, listen, ruined world. There's nothing there. Destroyed buildings and people just fighting. It's pretty much the whole deal. And basically, what ends on happening is she finds her brother and fights him. Miyu's brother is pretty tough, to say the least. But he uses I believe ice magic. Now I don't know if that's only his if he has other types of magic, but that seems to be what his repertoire is. The using of ice magic, and you know he has his fight with him, and he's basically telling her that he doesn't remember her as being her older brother. So you see something's going on here. Something was done to him for this to happen, and you know, she's trying to say for him to remember, I got you those gloves. And he's remembering, and he stops. It is like really crazy. So what ends on happening is he in the ruined world zaps her magic. We also had another scene in this episode between, Kurumi. She decides to go with them, with Takeshi and Ida. And they confront him on the roof of this building in the ruined world. And we just have this huge battle sequence. Pretty cool battle sequence, to say the least, I would say, at least. Found it interesting that he's using ice, and Ida, basically, it was kind of like a team effort when they fought him, which I thought was very intriguing. Basically, he's just throwing these different attacks at Takeshi, Miyu's brother, and majority of his ice attacks, like this one with these icicles coming at him, bits and pieces of icicles coming at him. At one point, Miyu's brother traps Ida, but he's able to get out of it through the help of Takeshi. And he basically, because Takeshi's weapon, his sword, the cartridges, which are bullets, that go into the sword, if someone puts their magic in it, he can use it. So Ida's magic is, explosions and fire. So there's this one point where they're trying to defend against his attack, Miyu's brother's attack, and he's just focusing all his energy and magic energy in that cartridge, and he just passes it on to Takeshi. Takeshi takes it and he puts it into the cartridge carrier thing of the sword, and it just transforms into fire and just blasts the hell out of her brother, Miyu's brother. Now, after that occurs, Miyu tries to go to her brother, and Takeshi stops her because something's there. And who's there? The guy that sent, the guy who's like, he seems to be, I think his name was mentioned briefly. Now, I don't think this is the guy that was, causing the whole war. But he's part of the trailers, of the magical trailers, or part group. And his name is the guy I just said before, Keppe Washizu. So it's obvious that Washizu must have done something to Miyu's brother, and because of that, that's why he doesn't remember her, the whole bit. Because there's no way that he just joined them. I just can't see that physically possible. Now, it also seems to me they need Miyu for some reason. We don't know the reason yet, but they need her. And basically after that, they saved her. They go back to the academy. They get their asses teared out by the director. And Takashi's basically saying that he can't promise that to her, that they'll ever do anything like this again. Because as long as, Miyu's not giving up finding her brother, he's not giving up until they find him and bring him back. We also, after that, we get a little scene with this Washizu guy saying that he's talking to the woman he sent there. Apparently, at the school, her name is Violet Sensei. And they're pretty much trying to get Miyu. That's the whole point. They're trying to get her for their plans. I don't know what significance her being is, but they're trying to get her. This series, and last thing I want to mention, this series, truth be told, that article that came out that I put in the description below for you guys a couple of weeks ago, I find it really insane that the creator of this light novel, and also I've been told from a bunch of people that only a certain amount, not even one volume of the light novel, has been done yet through this anime. And they're also saying that, it was different. They did, from the light novel. But even with those quirks and everything, I say this still is a decent anime, give or take. But they're obviously better. I will tell you right now, Wizard Barristers is probably better than this show. It is. There's no guarantee. That is a guarantee, more or less, that Wizard Barristers is better than the show. But even though Wizard Barristers is probably better than Magical Warfare, still like Magical Warfare. Still like it. I like the magic being used, how they concoct the magic, how they have these groups fighting in a ruined world. I dig that stuff. It's pretty cool. So gonna continue reviewing this. This is a good one. It's a good one. It's a good one. It's not great, but it's a good one. I will try to take care of everything else this weekend because there's a lot to take care of. There's the Kenichi came out. I gotta review that. I might review it. I gotta do Strike the Blood. Of course, One Piece. But there's also the Titans of Darkness stuff. I uploaded Devil Man on there. But I have to do the Kentaro's manga. He's almost finished with it. It's almost all translated. Yeah. Only got 2 more chapters. You know what happens after those 2 chapters are translated? Berserk time. So we all look forward to that. But yeah, it's Bonkai 922. Good episode of this. We'll see what happens next week. Next week seems to be just like a training kind of thing. I think next week's episode is going to be called, let me see here, Magic Tests and Winter Vacation. Now, this one was basically called Mew and her brother in the of the ruined world. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. This is, I'm thinking it. I'm still thinking it. Also, there's 3 other video ideas I have. One being, I can't believe I'm thinking about doing this. I'm thinking about reviewing food. Because I bought something from the supermarket that I want to talk about. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below if you think I should do that. I'm Bonkai 922. Good episode. You know, this anime is... It's good. It's good. It's not great, but it's good. I'm Bonkai 922, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.